New Ideas Summit today, brought to you by the Public Speakers Association. I'm so glad to introduce you the amazing Mr. Fox Beyer. Fox, why don't you take it from here?
Thank you, Tanya. If you are sick of the same old song and looking for a life new, the door is open. Don't just look at it, for goodness sake. Walk through. Hello, I'm Fox Beyer, teacher, author, speaker, coach, and I want to give you 10 ways today you can get in the mindset of trying something new so you can eventually do it. It's so very important. The first thing I want to discuss is, as we go through life, we're going to have failures. But just because you fail at something, it doesn't make you a failure. Michael Jordan, the great basketball player, a lot have heard this story. He took the game-winning shot over 20 times and missed. And that, he said, was what helped him succeed and hit the game-winning shot. And in the words of great motivational speaker Les Brown, do not quit until you win. I'll say it again. Do not quit until you win. There's a story of a wrestler named Will Burton from the state of Kentucky. He wrestled over 100 times in high school before he won his first match. So with that, I want to give you my poem, When Fear Wears Practicality's Mask. When you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. So give it your best at what you want to be, because it would be a total shame if you failed at what you didn't want to be. In the end, you might not have it all, but remember, it's not naive to try. So prayer-eyes, picture-eyes, and actualize. And in the end, fly high. Yes, as it stands right now, all you have is your current reality. Every day in your head, fear disguises as practicality. Practicality says play it safe. It says this year after year. But if you would dare just lift its mask, all you would see is fear. So lift up the mask, stare right through fear, and kick it to the past. Be the person you were destined to be. Turn around and let your naysayers kiss your ass. Because when you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. Try something new. And if you want to go where you've never gone before, you've got to do something you've never done. Think about Terry Fox, who ran 3,339 miles across Canada, all on one leg. Why? Because he had cancer, but he was running for those others that had cancer that he thought had worse situations than he did. That's Terry Fox. Think about Drew Hunthausen, who's going to speak today at 3:30 p.m. If you know his story, contracted meningitis at 11 years old. But I constantly think to myself, would Drew have done all the amazing things he's done in his life if that never happened to him? I don't know. But he's definitely going places that no one has gone before. Think about Wilma Rudolph, who contracted polio and became an unbelievable Olympian and runner. Without that obstacle, I don't know if she does what she does. But again, here's the point. If you want to do something that's never been done before, you've got to go where you've never gone. So let's go beyond the beyond. Start the bar high and raise it. Stretch yourself to the limit, so much you can't take it. Whatever you're facing, it's in trouble. Anything you do, it's on the double. Ready, set, on your mark. You've got the keys and you're double parked. Ready yourself for the ultimate spectacle. Strap it on and create your own miracles. Be the best human you ever knew. A story all can aspire to. Go beyond the beyond, and you'll do something that's never been done before. And therefore, It'll be yours and nobody else's. And that's powerful. And that's a way to try something new. So again, to try something new, realize number one, if you fail, it does not make you a failure. And if you want to do something that's never been done, go where no one's gone before. Go beyond the beyond. A great book that I've read a number of times is called The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. And he tells so many stories in this book of miracles that were just done principally by someone's mentality. And these aren't his words, but he wrote it in the book. Someone told him, your belief at the beginning of any undertaking is the one thing that ensures successful outcome of the venture. Again, your belief at the beginning of any undertaking is the one thing that ensures successful outcome of the venture. What do I get from that? Simply this line: the it is the attitude. I'd like to give you the poem, The It is the Attitude. It might be hard to spot talent, but it's harder to spot confidence. Those who have the it, that toughness and abundance. You tell me, who are the ones from when they wake up? It's not about their speed, their power, or their agility, but it is their mental makeup that we marvel at with such humility. Because they're at their best when they feel their worst. They don't moan, cry, or pout. Their it is their uncontrollable thirst. About their it, they have no doubt. So ante up. The chips are down. They got you one time and they are lucky. But your it has no sound. So next time around, you're the goods. You're the money. Is it in your food? No, the it is your attitude. And again, your belief at the beginning of any undertaking is the one thing that ensures successful outcome of the venture. From the great book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Again, I'm Fox Beyer, teacher, speaker, author, and coach. I want you to try something new today by changing your mentality, and then you'll get there. So again, number one, if you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. If you want to do what's never been done before, you've got to go where you've never gone before. And the it is always your attitude. Some 70 or 80 years ago, Eleanor Roosevelt said this: people can't make you feel inferior unless you give them consent. Again, people can't make you feel inferior unless you give them consent. So with that, I give you a poem called Mental Giant. And it comes from something that my college baseball coach said to me years ago. And it's called Mental Giant. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. To my image, I am defiant. What you see is so far from true. I am a mental giant. I might be frail, built like and nicknamed Scarecrow, but inside what a lot do not know. I have been broken and welded so many times. I can't tell you this no matter how hard I try. Misjudged book and misread cover, I'll tell you it lies under. My toes are curled, my body wants to go fetal because in my life I have seen so many needles. I pick up my legs to run, like kids do for fun. But I've got to be careful because every step could lead to a tumble. This I can't forget. In front of my face, my eyes, specs for years they can't disguise because my pupils are never in sync, no matter how hard I try and think. But don't tell me what I can and cannot do. To my image, I am defiant. What you see is so far from true because I know we are all mental giants. Be a mental giant. Realize that when you fail, it does not make you a failure. Your belief at the beginning of any undertaking is the one thing that ensures successful outcome of the venture. And don't be afraid to go beyond the beyond, because you are powerful, more powerful than beyond measure. Also, one thing I learned about me is learning to live with less. Because I know the less that I own, the more worry-free I am. So the next poem that I'm going to recite to you all today is called Zero Adds Up to a Lot. And I'm really thinking about my own dad, who loves Tuesdays and Fridays. Why? Because it's garbage day, and he loves to throw things out. So think about this. Take time every day to clean your mind and empty and battle negative thoughts. So therefore, you're living with less, and you're getting that piano off your back. So with that, I give you zero adds up to a lot. There is nothing that frees my mind more, without a doubt, than going through my house and throwing things out. Tuesdays and Fridays, I am freed from material prison as I go through my house and throw things into respective bins. I drive along the streets, and profanity I mutter. I see garages in all their endless clutter, but I look to my left and I smile, because I see a garbage truck on its way to a waste management pile. I submitted my Christmas list to Mom, and she said, "Fox, you need a football like you need a hole in the head." Looking back at my life, if doing it again, I'd wake up and suit up and be a garbage man. A pack rat or a hoarder, I am not. To me, zero adds up to a lot. Stop harboring resentment. Get that piano off your back. Learn to live with less. I would suggest you go through mind cleaning every single day. Therefore, you can transform yourself into someone new. You can go beyond the beyond. You can realize that when you fail, it does not make you a failure. And you are all mental giants. Breaking off from that, learning to live with less, I think, is forgiveness. It took me a long time to realize that when you forgive someone for something they did to you, you're not saying to them, "What you did to me is okay." You're getting yourself out of emotional prison. And again, you're learning to live with less. So with that, I give you the poem, It Takes Time to Forgive. Blessed to have lived this life longer than I could have ever thought. Humbled to have felt a range of emotions, happy, sad, surprised, and distraught. I've had my tail between my legs. My pride has been shattered. I know, as long as I am around, things are going to happen. Been advised by friends and family over and over again that life is a series of fleeting moments, flashes in the pan. So keep calm, don't worry, and fill your mind with peace and assurance. Pick and choose your battles. Sometimes go with the currents. Life can be marked with ups, downs, and incessant jealousies. But forgiveness is the one thing I think gets the goat of your enemies. When you were bruised and you were battered, it will all be water under the bridge. But not with a snap of the fingers. Because it takes time to forgive. Learn to live with less. Within your thoughts, even materially. You're free to do things when you live with less. Again, I'm Fox Beyer, teacher, speaker, author, coach, and songwriter on the Something New Summit. And I'm trying to get you into the mentality to think of something new so you can go where you've never gone before. 85% of people I've read, when they travel, have traveled to places they've already gone to before. It's hard to adjust. One of my college baseball coaches would write the acronym MTA, in his cap, symbolizing make the adjustment. I wouldn't be here speaking to you if I didn't think you could make an adjustment. There is always a way to get to your destination. It might not be the way most do it, but there's always a way to get to your destination. And with that, I give you my poem, Adjust. In days of yore, it was such a fuss. I could not find it within myself to adjust. Tried as I must, I could not adjust. Stuck in my routine, rigid, even in my dreams. My life defined by structure, one misstep away from destruction. Never giving in to the spontaneous or anything that might be extraneous. Focused on my tasks like a laser beam. No time this day, not a second to daydream. I must make myself into a man and pull myself out of this routine quicksand. Why can't we understand that life is what happens when you are making plans? In days of yore, it was such a fuss. I could not find it in myself to adjust. But try again. I know we all can adjust. Again, make the adjustment. Learn to live with less. Know that you are a mental giant. Your belief at the beginning of any undertaking is the one thing that ensures successful outcome of the venture. If you want to do something that's never been done, you've got to go where you've never gone before. And realize when you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. Try something new. Change your mentality a little bit. Look around. I think in society today, and I'm guilty of this, we spend so much time looking at a computer screen when our lives are not the computer screen. They're out and around. There's so much to it. And then if we realize that, we can still go where we've never gone before. Why not just focus on your breathing? With that, I give you my poem, Breathe. Breathe. 2 rules. Inhale and exhale. Do it with me. Breathe. You are the one that prevails. Breathe. Create your own rhythm. Breathe. Doesn't it feel great to create your own microcosm? Breathe. Whether your pace is slow or fast. Breathe. Let the air in your lungs amass. Breathe. A chance in seconds to come clean. Breathe. Dave Grieco, your own composer you could be. Breathe. Let's all create our own key. Now, there's got to be movement. It begins with a thought, and then it comes to movement. If we want to do what's never been done, we've got to go where we've never gone. Go beyond the beyond. And to get there, it begins with a step. And with that, I'll give you my poem, Step. What you can do as you listen and watch me, say the word step between each of my lines with me. Step. You're idle no more. Step. Pick yourself up off the floor. Step. Get up out of your seat. Step. You will not lie there in defeat. Step. In mind and body a winning tranquility. Step. Without movement, there is absolutely no possibility. Step. Each pace equals a seed. Step. In the world's largest sequoia tree. Step. One by one, they'll amass. Step. Core-filled passes down victory path. Again, I'm Fox Beyer, teacher, speaker, author, coach, songwriter, trying something new today on the PSA Virtual Summit. I'll go over it again. Realize, when you fail, it does not make you a failure. Go beyond the beyond. Realize the it in everything is your attitude. And know that you are a mental giant. Learn to live with less. Learn to make the adjustment. Get yourself away from the computer screen and just breathe. Learn to forgive people. Because when you forgive them, you're not saying to them what you did is okay. You're getting out of emotional prison. Take that step toward success. That road to success is not paved. We all know that. But it's those failures that make us better. You've got to understand that. And you can look at things in retrospect and say, well, I could have done better. But that's not going to make you better unless you make the adjustment. And I'll end where I started. When you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. So give it your best at what you want to be, because it would be a total shame if you failed at what you didn't want to be. In the end, you might not have it all. Remember, it's not naive to try. So prayer eyes, picture eyes, and actual eyes. In the end, fly high. Yes, as it stands right now, all you have is your current reality. And every day in your head, fear disguises as practicality. Practicality says play it safe. It says this year after year. But if you would dare just lift its mask, all you would see is fear. So again, lift up the mask, stare right through fear, and kick it to the past. Be the person you were destined to be. Try something new. Turn around and let your naysayers kiss your ass. I want to make an offer to everybody today. If you enjoyed what you heard, I would like to send you a free copy of my book, Letter Kindling, Igniting, Inspiring, Invoking the Fire Within, many of the poems you heard today live. And also, you can do that off my website, foxbeyer.com, FOXBEYER.com. Send me a line. I would be happy to send you a free copy of my book. If you heard what I said and you feel like your organization could benefit from my words, again, do the same. Just email me off my website, foxbeyer.com. That's FOXBEYER.com. And as always, let's try something new. Tanya, back to you.
Let me get it to stop recording.
No problem.
All right, if anyone has any questions, you can push *9. *9 will raise your hand in the system, and then that way we can unmute you and you can ask your question. What is an echo?
How about somebody?
Exactly. Yeah, I heard you've got a snow day today.
I did. It's coming down in buckets here in New Jersey, Tanya. I mean buckets.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's no exaggeration. If I can show you, I'll send you a picture later. It is unbelievable right now.
Oh my gosh. It's like 74 yesterday. It's like 65 today. So pretty and sunny here.
What the heck? What have I do with my life?
Yeah, why are you still there? I have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm happy in my thoughts.
Yes, exactly. It gives you some time to do other things, right?
That's right. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I just can't even imagine, there being snow and being that cold. I just got back from Colorado from John Block's event, and it was still, like 20s for low, and then highs were 55, 60. It's still way too cold for me. Well,
you have to learn to adjust. Like I said, if You're down there near Austin. It's probably 75 all the time. And 75 and 60, that's a pretty big difference.
Right, exactly. I think this is Miss Alicia. Why is that you, Alicia?
I am here.
Yay. Well, thank you, Mr. Fox, for being on today.
Tanya, you are most welcome. As always, thank you so much for the platform.
Yay.
You are
All righty, everyone. We are switching gears again. Back-to-back fabulous presentations. And you are